Hey all, welcome to FIP 14 version 3 installation video. Now there's going to be two versions of the install here, the clean install version and also the version where you can install over the top of any existing mod. Existing mods can be anything from Moddingway, I think I've seen next season patch, and some others, I don't know. They're all pretty much the same as Moddingway anyway. And then of course you've got FIFA Infinity patch 14 version 2 as well, so this method will work for all of those no matter the mod. So moving on, first of all, your first download will be FIP 14 version 3 and you're going to have 7 parts here, and the first step you're going to have to take is obviously you're going to have to unpack these. So I'm going to do that and then we're going to time lapse and come back to when I have finished unpacking. So to unpack parts, right, you just start with the first version, double click on it, or rather actually I prefer another method. I'm going to just go here and I'm going to extract here and I'm just going to let that do its thing, and it will unpack each part one by one and it'll end up all in there. Okay, I'll be back shortly. Okay, so I've now downloaded the folder and you're going to end up with this folder here. So you're going to open it up, you're going to see there's going to be 3 steps, 1, 2 and then 3. So first of all we're going to open up this, and very simply this is the instructions that I'm talking through now, but are written down so you can use this in like Google Translator or whatever to be able to work out what you can do if the video isn't clear. So first of all I'm going to do the clean install. So the first step here is to open up the folder to preparation, drag the game folder into your FIFA 14 directory, Origin Games FIFA 14. So first of all, I'm going to go to Origin Games, and I've got one already marked up clean here, but of course this will be called FIFA 14. So let's open that up, and that's where we're going to want to install. Now I'm going to go here, so to-preparation is what I'm looking for. There we go. So all I do is I grab that file here and I drop it there. Okay, very simple, doesn't need to overwrite anything, and it's done. So what's the next steps? So now, okay, so the next step is open folder 3 install, and we're going to copy files inside the FIFA 14 directory. So it's going to go in here. Once again, go back to this folder, reinstall, open this up. Now we're going to grab all of these, I'm going to drag, move them to here, going to let it do its thing. There's quite a lot of files in here, so it may take some time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this run, and I'm going to time warp until the notification comes up. Okay, so when this notification comes up, what you want to do is you want to click replace the files in destination. You do that, then it's going to overwrite, and you can have the final installation here. So the next step is to open FIP version manager, which is located in Origin Games FIFA 14 game. So you're going to go to your FIFA 14 folder, open up game, and at the bottom down here is version manager. Now you cannot play FIFA FIP 14 without installing and using version manager first. You just can't use it. It's impossible because the database is not loaded yet. So you just double click on there, you open it up, and you're going to have 2 versions in here by default. You've got the classic teams, which I uploaded a little while ago. This was part of the Moddingway mod, which I modified to be used in the FIP 14 structure. So you can choose this one if you like, and it has these classic Argentina, Brazil, England, France, Germany and so on, or you can go for the FIP 14 version 3. And now at the moment it's just a summer transfers version. This version is getting out there so you guys can have a look at it, test it out, see what it's like, see if you like it, and then the January transfers version will be following up shortly, and also including versions so you'll be able to play the Turkish League and all of those extra leagues that are not playable by default in FIFA 14. So you're going to click apply, and it's going to ask you, do you want to install FIP 14 version 3, you're going to say yes, and you should get a message that says success, FIP 14 version 3 installed. Click OK, close that down, and then the final thing to do is to regenerate. Now I've told you many times how to regenerate, so I'm not going to go over those steps. I'm just going to open up the software and just regenerate once again. I use FileMaster, but you can of course use Creation Master if you so wish. So what we're going to do, where have I got it saved? Not where I've got it saved now. There we go. V14, regenerate, and you will now have available FIP 14 version 3. Now if you're going to want to use themes, new scoreboards and all that sort of stuff, you'll need to go to the videos, which I'll probably put at the end of this video, which will show you how to use both the theme manager and the scoreboard manager so that you can load up your themes. Okay, so you're going to have those here. Alright, excellent. So that's the end of part 1. I'll be back shortly with part 2. Okay, so I'm back with part 2. Now this time I'm going to talk you through how to overwrite and install on an existing mod. In this explanation I'm going to show you how to overwrite on version 2, which will be the version that most of you will probably overwrite onto, but like I said, if you want to do it on an existing mod, then please go ahead. Now this part is really important. FIP 14 version 3 can be installed over the top of any existing mod. It will update many graphics in the FIP 14 directory. If you want to keep previous faces, kits and other graphics, you must back them up before installing. So anything like, you know, if you've made faces, you've added kits and you want to keep it, then you need to back them up. Now a lot of that stuff will be inside the scene assets folder here, yeah, and also in the UI folder in here, so things like heads and stuff like that. Now things like IDs and stuff like that will have changed in version 3, so you have to be very aware of that. So this step is very, very important. You know, I can't help you. Once you've deleted stuff, there's nothing I can do about it, so make sure you really follow these instructions as well as possible. Now the next step as well is with FIP 14 we have, you know, it's a very powerful tool, the version manager, but we're not able to actually back up the lock folder at the moment. So what you're going to have to do is you need to go into your mod. In this occasion it's going to be FIP 14 version 2. I'm going to change it to 14 for now. Okay, so in here, go into your game folder, go to data, go to lock, and you select all of this, click copy, go to the game folder, which should then come out 14 game, go to data, and what you're going to want to do excuse me, is you're going to want to make a folder called excuse me, game, and you're going to want to go to new folder underscore backup. Alright, oops, an underscore there and paste. Alright, so that's what you're going to want to do. Make a folder called backup, yeah, like this. Put it there. Alright, now the next step is to go to preparation. Alternatively, you can actually do step 2 first as well if you want to. It makes no real difference, but I decided to put this one first to just make sure that you do it. So open folder 2 preparation, and you've already done this before, so you want to go to your FIP 14 directory, and you want to drag the game folder into FIP 14 directory. So we're going to go down here, go to preparation, drag this and drop it there. Now if it asks you to replace files, which it will do because you've already got a mod installed, click replace. Okie dokie. Now the next steps, you want to open FIP 14 version manager, and here once again you open here. Now this time instead of using this section, you're actually going to use this section. So I'm going to use this existing mod backup, and I put a little note in here to say my existing career mode. Alright, something like that, just so you know exactly what's in this. Click save version, you'll get a message come up here, existing mod backup added. Click OK. Alright, and then when you open this up, it'll be there next time, so if you ever want to load that up, you will be able to do so. So let's close that down. Now if you ever want to get to this manually, you go to FIP, go to version, and you will see that it is there now. So if you ever need to get to these files, that's where that is. Alright, so let's go back to FIFA 14 directory and back to the installation here. So we've done this step here. Now in the next version, there's save version. I've just shown you how to do that. Now the next step is to open folder, free install. And then this is, you've just seen me do it in the first part. Literally open this up, copy this over here, and this may take a little while, so once it asks me to overwrite, I will be back. Okay, so once this part comes up, you just want to click replace, and it will go through and replace all of the existing files that you have there. Like I say, once you get to this point, if you haven't backed up the files that you really want to keep, it's going to overwrite absolutely everything, so bear that in mind. Okay, so I'm going to pause now, and I'll be back once this is finished. Okay, so that's now overwritten all of the files. We're going to go on to the final step. So that as you did before with the clean install, just going to go down to game, open up version manager, and this time instead of selecting the database you created previously, you're going to go down to FIP 14 version 3. This will be the new version. Click apply, click yes, and success. Awesome sauce. So the next step, as always, is to open up FileMaster, go down to your FIFA 14 directory, say OK, I'm going to click regenerate, and you, my friends, are good to go. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'm going to head off now. As you can see, it's very early in the morning. It's nearly 4 AM here in the UK. I've been working on this mod for a long time, and I am absolutely shattered, but I hope you enjoy it when you get to play it at some point today. Speak to you all soon. Bye bye.